Hello. You deserve to feel in awe of yourself. You deserve to feel unstoppable without anxiety, without fear. But you don't. Let me guess, you feel caged, you feel resentful, you feel agitated, you feel frustrated, bored, restless, or maybe like I did, stronger yet, like you just want to burn everything you spent decades building to the ground. You're at this point where you just don't even care. There's apathy. Allow me to share why. And allow me to share 4 really easy steps that will set you up on feeling expansive in your life. But before I do that, please like, subscribe. It allows me to continue to make these videos so we can continue to grow and evolve and expand together as a community. You are meant to be expansive. You are in the second half of your life. My visionary friend, my strong leader, boss babe friend, who I am so inspired of, I understand you've been the one to caretake everybody. You've been the one that is the alpha. You've been the one that people could count on. You are the one that has been able to problem solve and to really take care of your family. You are doing the majority of the domesticated work, but you're also running a business, or you're running a team, or you are the one that all your friends come to. You're the one that is the leader in the community. And you've put your needs last. And that's the issue, is you are now in the second half of your life. And you're meant to be in your sacred feminine energy, which is to birth something, to create and expand. That is what you're here for, my friend. You are here to be so expansive and to birth something brand new. But instead, you're bogged down with doing all of these things that you don't really care about anymore. And really, those things are not your purpose anymore. So let me offer 4 easy ways that you can start to feel empowered, to feel like you are moving towards feeling that expansion in your life. But before I do, I want to be really clear that there is a call for you to birth something new. But it doesn't mean overdoing. You're going to be called to take a period of rest, of being, of really getting to know yourself, to shed what you're not. Because in that time, if you haven't already, is where you fully learn about your mother archetype. And you really learn how to genuinely nourish yourself and put yourself first above all others. So that is the key. It's prioritizing you above all else. And when you get into this period of birthing, it's not going to be a time of doing. And in fact, it's going to be a time that feels so creative and where you are receiving so much that others are doing the actual work. You are the one creating it. But it doesn't feel exhaustive. It doesn't feel like you're working, doing all of the tasks. Like you are no longer doing tasks. Others are actually making your dream come into fruition. Okay? Let me be really clear about this. That no longer are you to overwork anymore. You are meant to be a creator, to birth something new, but no longer are you the one to overwork to make that happen. It's not necessary anymore. So the very first thing is, what are you meant to do? What are you meant to create? What are you meant to create? And if you don't know what that is, trust me, you are meant to create something brand new. I promise you that. Just start to take action for yourself. Start to take action for yourself right now, right today, you above all else. Cross that threshold. You need to do that embodiment. You need that embodiment of saying, hell yes, I am now choosing me above all else. And choosing my expansion. Choosing that I'm going to spend my time doing what helps me feel expansive and helps me feel good. So number 2, let me warn you. all of a sudden, when you make that decision, all of a sudden, all of these excuses are going to come in your way. The first one usually is money. Money, I don't have enough. I don't have enough money to do that. Or that would be irresponsible. Or I shouldn't be spending that much money on myself. I shouldn't be investing that much money in yourself. And we know, you know, that when you invest in yourself, the return is twice, sometimes 3 times what you initially invested in yourself for. 2 to 3 times more. Heck, we invest $5,000 a year easily. Now, that's like, honestly, we probably spend a good $7,000 to $8,000 alone just in my son's baseball. So of course I can spend $5,000 on taking myself out on a retreat. Of course I can spend $10,000 on doing that training with that person that I want to do. So the first one is money. The next one is time. You're going to feel some sort of scarcity of money or time. Like, I just don't have enough time. You have so much time. You really do. If you really start looking at it, if you're doing things that make you feel good, you'll start to see, I have so much time. It's just all of the burdens, all the shit that you are doing that you don't want to do. And they're just like crowding you in, and you just feel so overwhelmed that you feel like you don't have time. Another thing that might happen is disbelief. Not believing in yourself. Not believing that you're worthy enough. Not believing that your dream or dreams could come true. Support yourself. Put yourself in positions where people are going to support you and remind you of how worthy you are of your dreams. Continue to feel what it feels like to be that woman that her dream has already come true. Okay, so you're going to get number 2 is you're going to get all of these excuses all of a sudden. And some of them, like, something might even come in your way, like a big thing, like a job loss or a job change or something. It's like, I don't think that the universe tests us. I don't think that. But I have walked this process with many women, and it's like every single time when it's 100% commitment, there's going to be some kind of barrier in the way. There's some kind of, it's just actually a gift to us. There's some kind of limiting belief that you've already created, that the law of attraction is giving back to you, that you have to look at, that you're going to have to overcome, that you're going to have to alchemize the energy that you've been carrying inside of you to be able to move in towards your expansion, to be able to move in towards what you're creating. You're going to meet your edge, and you're going to meet 2 kinds of edges. You got this. So number 2 is you're going to meet barriers that are given to you intentionally, on purpose, on your behalf, to help strengthen you, to help you move past limiting beliefs that are probably trapped in your subconscious mind. So you are no longer emanating energy that is not true of you. You're no longer emanating energy that isn't of your highest self. And that happens for you. Those barriers, those excuses, and those challenges happen for you. Right? Third one is you're going to meet your edge. And your edge is where you grow the most. It's where you're going to feel afraid. And it doesn't mean you stop. Here's where you have the resiliency to make it to the other side, my friend. Most people stop here. Most people feel afraid, and their nervous system says, this is not good, this is not safe, stop now. And what I'm saying is, when you get to your edge, keep going. Keep going, because this is where you're going to expand. So what first happens, and it can kind of happen all together, right? It's not linear, but you're going to first meet your own shadow. You're going to really look at the things about yourself that you've been hiding. And you're going to take off all of the masks that you've been wearing for a really long time. And you're going to get really raw and vulnerable with yourself and with the world. And it's going to set you free. I got a bug around here. She just loves my face. There. And then the second part of this is you're going to step into your growing edge. So you're going to feel afraid and you're going to move forward anyways. Because here's the thing, all of the previous steps have been preparing you for this, building you resiliency, helping you with your nervous system. Because when you're in your growing edge, it's like you're right there up on the mountaintop. Can you envision this? Like close your eyes for a minute. You're standing there on the edge. And the view, you can see everything. It's so expansive and it's so beautiful. You have this vital energy, this expansive energy up there. You're no more compressed and hiding way far back. You're right there. And the viewpoint that you have to really help yourself. Wow. Wow. This is where you want to be. This is where your heart is pounding and you're so excited, but you're so scared at the same time. It's invigorating. This, my midlife friend, is exactly where you need to be. And you keep on regulating your nervous system. You keep showing up. You keep moving forward and creating. When you're standing there on that cliff, on that edge of your growing edge, and you keep going. Look, I know what it feels like to be afraid. I'm afraid every day. And now it feels exciting. Now I alchemize, so I feel the fear. So instead of this like dark energy that it feels just like, oh no, like it just like it's over consuming and it's dark and it stops me. Now I alchemize it. I soften it. I don't let it run my life. I like very clear with talking to the fear, like, no, you're not. No, you're not going to be in charge here. I am. My higher self is. And this is how we feel, and this is how we're going to continue. And I alchemize. So what does that mean? Like the energy of fear, I know you all know that, is do you know that you can change that feeling pretty quickly when you practice? And that allows you to keep going and creating and expanding. And what am I talking about expanding? It's your energy. You keep expanding your energy, and your sphere of influence keeps growing and expanding. I understand being in this fear. I used to struggle with anxiety, like debilitating anxiety. And I learned all the tools. I studied yoga for 25 years, yoga and meditation, and taught it as a depth psychologist. I knew all the things, and none of those things help you unless they become fully embodied. Practicing positivity and positive thoughts don't get you anywhere if you have all kinds of negative energy locked in your subconscious and you have all this negative energy playing in your body. Okay? I understand what this is like. I understand what it feels like to hide. Every single time I stand in front of people, I just feel like I could die. I mean, the nervousness just is so overwhelming. Every time I make a video like this, I have to repeat it at least 3 times. That's my average, because I just freeze. It takes me a minute to really feel you and connect to you. I just freeze. I get nervous about every single thing that I've done. I wrote a book. I've spoke on many stages with hundreds plus people. I have sellout programs. I have wrote programs. I have clients that compensate me really well. I have made multiple 6 figures, and I still every day get nervous. Every day I feel afraid, and I keep going. And if I can do it, you can do it. And that's the beauty of this community, is we don't have to do it alone. We normalize these things and they're no big deal. And we alchemize the energy. And then we just share this positivity. We share this expansion. We hold each other. We embrace each other. Say, hey, I've got you. In those moments that you have this shadow looking right at you, we're going to support you in that. We understand the intensity of that. So the very last thing that you really need to start to hone in is this experience of alchemy, is to be able to shift your energy of fear into softness and love. So this is where you can get more support from me, working privately with me. That is everything that we do. It is all energy work. It is embodying the sacred feminine and alchemizing our energy to match our highest vibration, our highest self. Join the year-long program. We are practicing that every week. The inquiries all week long are all around alchemy. So we can pull out all of those hidden traps in your unconscious mind and how they're alchemizing and energetically blocking in your body. We can move all those out and you can expand. You can fly. Join the temple. Be a part of this community. Start with the worthiness rite. Then anyone that has taken the worthiness rite, it's an easy $33. I'll send the link below. You can then join our Facebook group and just start to feel it out. Get support. Ask more questions. You've got this. You deserve to be in awe. You deserve to be in love with yourself and in love with your life, and it is so possible, and you know this. You know this. And I am so excited. I genuinely am so excited for you. Wherever you're at on this journey, I'm so excited for you to be able to lean in more and to feel more unstoppable and to feel more in love with your life. So remember, if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so. We'll keep journeying this life together in honest and in beauty and in expansion, just loving it to death. We're going to continue to weave our power together, building a whole new way of being. A way of being where we can be in ease, we can be in our intuition, we can be in our inner knowing, we can be vulnerable, we can feel good. It's happening.